Going with the Spark DataFrame examples. So we are going to cover how to create a data frames and writing data into back to the data frame. So reading and writing data in Spark is very convenient given to high-level abstraction available on a variety of external data sources such as Kafka, RDBMS, NoSQL store. Spark provides an interface DataFrameReader that allows us to read data into data frame from various sources as in number formats such as JSON, CSV, Parquet text. For any meaningful data analysis, we will be creating data frames from data files. So the Spark mostly used to read data from files. When doing so, we can either instruct Spark interface schema of data itself, specify a Spark, or we define the external schema to type of the files data. So creating data frames. And so, as previous example, we read from a Spark session. Read.format is CSV. Then option header equal to true if you have header in the files, and then option inter schema of the files is a true, so it will take the sample. So if you see movie.schema, then it will give to the struct type. First column is IMDb ID string type, and then title string, release year uh, integer, release date string. So genres and so some various. So it's not always so in this case, Spark automatically interfer schema and create data frame with their data from file. That said, the Spark may not always get the schema right in the output about the notice of SQL column. It has interpreted as a struct fields struct type equal to string. So if you see the string, but the value is inside is a integer. So we define externally the schema and read the data. So into schema is equal false, and then the schema is here. So this is the one way. The second way is you just directly create the details and define. So here as you see the previous release years and release date was not correct date format, so we define here date and transform, so it automatically converted. And writing back to Spark is just use write.format and which format you want and save the location. So let's do the example. So I save these files, and as I said, we create a star and we will see the schema. And so it created a schema and printing the schema and the UI. So this one to printed schema, string type, integer type, release, struct field is a release date is also string, genre is also string, so everything is string. So now we are going to define our internal schema. So title, release date is string type here, genre string type, everything we define string type. We can define date type also, and then this is the way we can pass here. So what here is schema.customs. So this is the custom schema we pass. So one row will be the struct type, another struct type have array, and array have the struct field. Where is the struct field? What our field we have? Then we are printing. Let's run this one. So first one we are printing custom schema and movie schema and typing here and then printing here. So string type almost same. This is where we can do. And now custom schema we just print. Now the next part is we do some sampling of the data. Create path sample ratio interface schema is true, then also it can print. So next part is very important part. This is the important part. So what we do, release year is a string, release year is a string, this is a string. the better to, if we go release year dates, this would be better. And then we are going to save the data to the show the data. It will show the data, and I'm also going to see the data of, yeah, the first one, movie one. So, and then I use French, new line, and let's run this program. So what we are going to do, we just seeing the data, reading data, interface schema is false, and we are passing the schema, everything is string, and here I define the date and see the difference, right? So if you see the release year and the release date is null because we define, and here the date is coming because date format is different, that's why. So if you have correct format, then not only it will correct the data, if not correct it will create issues. So this is what we got the null values. So we need to do some formatting and we can handle these parts. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel.